All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a really practical way to build an income online, but, and this is the key part, without all the pressure of having to become a public personality or some kind of social media star. We're going to explore how you can build a really successful business completely behind the scenes. So let me ask you this. What if the biggest things stopping you from starting an online business weren't even real? I mean, think about it. So many smart, capable people get stuck in what I call permanent research mode. Endlessly learning but never, ever actually starting. Well, today, we're going to dismantle the biggest imaginary barriers that hold most people back. So, first things first, let's take a look at the traditional model for building a business online. We really need to get to the bottom of why it feels so intimidating to so many people. And this right here is the key difference. The old way of doing things, you see it on the left, it basically demanded that you become a public figure. You had to show your face, you had to be on camera, build this huge personal brand. But now, look at the new reality on the right. Your visibility is completely your choice. You can start by promoting things that you already know work, and you can build your income privately, totally on your own terms. The game has changed.
And it all really boils down to these two big fears. Number one, I just do not want to be on camera. And number two, I have no idea what product to even create. And look, these are totally valid concerns. But the amazing thing is, the tools we have today have pretty much made them non-issues. They are no longer requirements to get started.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. If you peel back all the layers, all the complicated strategies and the marketing buzzwords you see everywhere online, you find one simple, elegant system at the very core of it all. This is the engine that makes the whole thing run. And I mean every single one. It literally doesn't matter what you're into. Selling courses on gardening, productivity templates, workout plans, the niche is irrelevant because the core mechanics are always, and I mean always, the same. Okay, and this is the absolute heart of it. This simple three-step process. First step, traffic. That's just how you get attention. Second, email. This is so crucial. It's where you build real trust and a direct relationship. And third, monetization. This isn't some pushy sales tactic. It just happens naturally over time, once that trust is there. Traffic, email, monetization. That is the core loop. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. By simply grasping this one little framework, you are already light years ahead of most people who are still completely stuck and overwhelmed by all the complexity out there. You get the fundamental physics of how this all works now. Okay, so how do we get that first piece of the puzzle? Traffic. For that, we're going to turn to YouTube. But we're going to talk about it in a way you might not expect. We're going to treat it like a long-term home base, not some frantic short-term hustle. This is so important for setting the right expectations. YouTube is not a quick traffic hack. It's not an instant moneymaker. What it is a searchable library of knowledge. It's an anchor for your credibility. And maybe most importantly, it's a place where your content lives forever and keeps working for you, unlike other platforms where it's gone in a day. This is the perfect way to look at it. I mean, when you need to learn how to do something, fix a leaky faucet, use some new software, whatever, where's the first place you go? For millions of us, it's YouTube. People go there looking for answers, which is exactly why creating helpful content will always, always win over just creating flashy content. Okay, let's talk about the part that most how-to guides just gloss over, the very beginning. The start is almost always slow, and that is perfectly okay. The secret isn't to just hustle harder. It's about being smarter with how you create things. And here is that reality check. Your first videos, they're probably going to get dozens of views, not thousands. And that is completely 100% normal. It is not a sign that you're failing. It's just part of the process. The biggest mistake people make is expecting huge numbers right out of the gate. So here are two fantastic ways you can get started, like today, without all that usual friction. On the left, you've got the speed first path using AI tools. This takes all the camera pressure off and lets you learn way faster just by publishing more. Then, on the right, you've got the quality first path. This is for the deep researchers out there, letting you turn detailed notes into polished narration without ever having to perform. Okay, so with all of that in mind, let's pull it all together into what we can call the invisible blueprint. This is a super clear, actionable path you can actually follow, one that gets rid of all the pressure and just focuses on steady, sustainable progress. First, and this is the most important thing to remember,
How visible you are is 100% your choice. You can show your face, sure, or you could just use your voice, or an AI voice, or screen recordings, or you can stay completely and totally faceless. The power is completely in your hands.
And here is that path, laid out step by step. It's just a gradual, logical progression. You start with a topic you genuinely care about and make simple, helpful videos. Then you offer a free resource to start building your email list. From there, you can recommend tools you actually use and earn some affiliate income. And then only when you feel ready do you even think about creating your own product. See? No big, stressful launch needed. Look, if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. You do not have to be a public figure. You don't need to be an influencer. Being visible is optional. But you know what's not optional? Showing up. Consistently providing value. That is the non-negotiable part.
Ultimately, the whole goal here is to just strip away those false expectations and give you a simple, proven system so you can finally get off the sidelines and actually begin. You don't need some perfect plan. You don't need a finished product. You just need to start. So I'll leave you with this question. What's your first helpful video going to be about?